if I'm in that meeting, who's ever in there, Pritchard and Vince and whoever he's got in that meeting. I mean, I know those two are definitely in that meeting, and they're going through that list. I swear to God, bro, if Dolph Ziggler is on that list and I'm a creative guy and I'm in that meeting, I'm going to say, you mean to tell me that Dolph Ziggler would not make a better Adam Pearce?
So let's talk about the list of WWE releases from today. So it's been a long list, and we're going to talk about each one of them and briefly one by one. Alexis Gray. I'm not too familiar with who that is. Have you ever worked with Alexis Gray?
I couldn't pick her out of a police lineup. I'm sorry.
Yeah, I have no idea who that is.
It's not an insult to her. I just don't pay attention.
No, I don't know. Yeah.
Yeah, I'm not sure. I'm not sure who that is. So Alexis Gray, she says, I'm no longer with WWE, and she said, at the end of the day, I put in work every day I went in that place. I have never wrestled in my whole life. That didn't stop me from showing that I have that I can be one of the world's greatest superstars.
She certainly
Now that I've found this new passion, I won't stop. I'll just take another way. So.
And another way sometimes is the best way. Really.
Sure.
Yes. Words.
Yeah.
Because
that's what
6 months or a year, if she can do something different and if she believes in that, I'm with that.
Yeah, she's got to look. I mean, I don't know who this is. I'm gonna tell you the private chat. She's got to look. She's got to look to her. Very, very compelling there. So I mean, yeah. I mean, I think she's got some potential there. And yeah. So I saw some Impact stuff here, and it looks like she's no longer there, but at the same time, I think that she's got to look to her, and there's some potential. So, what do y'all think?
Yeah, certainly.
Yeah. Naomi's in Impact now, so looks like there was some Impact, mentioned in her on her page. So yeah. So we have Kevin Ventura Cortez.
No clue.
Yeah. I have no clue.
Yeah, I don't.
Well, what I like about the name Cortez is you want to take the island, you got to burn the boats. Robbed all the gold from the Aztecs.
Yeah. I've never heard this guy. Yeah. He's got to look to him too. That's Kevin Ventura Cortez.
Judging people you don't know.
What's that?
Nothing like judging people you don't know.
I mean, you do that. You do that when you recruit people to come in for wrestling. You look at their look first. When you scout, when you recruit, I mean, hey, does this guy have a look to work with? Yeah, sure. Got a suave look to him. So.
Oh, he dressed like an idiot. Enough of that.
Yeah. I mean, Daniel McAllister, Ulisa Leon. Don't know who any of those people are. But best wishes for him. I really wish him the best.
Hey, a lot of people who the hell Derek Bateman was. So
there you go.
Faulting to that ball. It's just that I don't know. I'm not paying attention to that product.
Yes. Ulisa Leon. She's got a look to her too. So yeah, I mean these people. It looks like these people are in NXT. So. I imagine that there were going to be some NXT cuts on the horizon, and we definitely saw that. Unfortunate, but I mean it's a business, man. So that's what happens when you are a business, when you aren't being productive, or if if you're giving us a loss or you're not being productive with any company, they let people go that way. So. Next is Daba Kato. You're familiar with who that is?
No.
So he was Commander Aziz, and he was the heavy for Apollo Crews.
Oh,
and he was a big dude, right? He's a big
huge.
Baba Buddy.
Baba Booey.
Yeah. Baba Tunde, I believe.
Yeah.
So yeah, he was with Apollo Crews for a while. So again, he went to the main roster, then he went down to NXT for a while, went back there, and now he's no longer there. Any thoughts on him?
Yeah, he worked hard. It seemed he was a good human from what I know him. Like, I've had conversations and worked with him the NXT days. I think pro wrestling is so weird, and like sometimes it's hard for people to come into it and get it. If you don't get it, like nothing's going to help. Like you can get by for a while. I mean, he's probably had a job for 5 years, you know. Yeah. But like if it's just something's missing, like it's never gonna happen. And that's not saying he can't find it, but after 5 years and being in that system, here's what might benefit him is, and a lot of these people is getting out of the system, learning it in a different way and going somewhere else and working with different people. Like that, this could be the best thing for a lot of them if they want it to be, you know.
I think Baba Tunde could definitely go in the acting route.
Yeah, he can be bad guy B, you know, in some Expendables 5, certainly.
Yeah. Didn't Kurgan start acting after he left the wrestling, Vince?
Yeah, absolutely did. Yeah.
Shanky, Vince.
Shanky's gone?
Shanky's gone, man.
Oh, come on, man. No, he's not.
Shanky's gone.
Say it isn't so.
Shanky's gone.
Oh, man, those two guys were monsters.
Man, yeah. Shanky and you call them Shanky and Cranky, right?
Yeah, man. Shanky and Cranky. My gosh, man.
Shanky is gone, man. Mace or Mace.
He's another big dude.
Yeah. Mansoor is gone as well. So the maximum male models are gone.
Mansoor was from Saudi, right?
Yes.
Yeah, like I was on the way out at the time when he was coming in, but he was really talented. And one thing I think about him, like he had really good promo abilities that I'd never think were utilized. And I think what would have helped him is something we don't know until it's too late. And that's just like, if you have something, just go do it and make them stop you or make them fire you. Yeah. But like he delivered some really clever promos when I initially saw him too. So he's got a ton of ability.
Yeah, they would always make him like have a big spot at the Saudi events. You were in the Greatest Royal Rumble East, weren't you?
Maybe. Probably.
Maybe. Weren't you in there?
Yeah, I thought you. Make sure I was the first out.
What's that again?
I said I think I tried to make sure I was like one of the first ones out.
Oh, that was on purpose. You pulled a Gail Kim on us?
It was
purpose elimination. That was crazy.
Happy person.
Yeah. Bryson Montana. Not too familiar with that name. What's that?
What a shitty name.
Quincy Elliott.
Never mind.
That's another one. Dana Brooke. Let's talk about Dana Brooke, man. So Dana Brooke is gone from WWE, and
we talked about her a couple months ago when like she was getting berated online, but she stood up for herself.
Yeah,
we're pretty happy for her, and very good human, you know.
Yeah,
but maybe it's time, or maybe she finds herself and still wants to do it.
She was in fitness for a while, fitness modeling. I think that she would absolutely kill it.
She's gonna make it, bro. She's gonna make it because one thing you could tell this about it. Listen, man, a lot of people gave her grief about her work and the way she worked. However, this is why she's gonna make it. Very EC3ish. She worked the butt off, bro. Yeah. You could tell that. Maybe she wasn't cut out to be the world's best wrestler, but you could tell that this woman had the work ethic, was willing to put everything into it. And if that's who she is, bro, she's going to have no problem making it.
She's probably like like you said, a super hard worker, and one of the defaults of that hard work is you think you have to be something that you're not.
Yeah.
Right.
You never would and shouldn't have to be a great wrestler, but you can be a great worker.
Yeah. There was an opportunity when she was in NXT where she really had an opportunity, not this run, but years ago. She really had an opportunity to really hone her character. I know that she was working with Nia Jax for a while, and she really had an opportunity to be like a whole kind of like a better than you diva type of thing, and then moved her to the main roster as if like she was ready for it. And I don't think she was ever ready for that. I think that they prematurely pulled her up on the main roster. She really could have honed her craft a lot more in NXT. I don't think she had an opportunity to like go back and like really retreat and like really hone her craft, because I mean if you're put in jobber matches every week, that's not really going to motivate you psychologically to want to get better in your craft either.
The PTSD that comes with that and the ups and downs and not ready, and then you dude, just every movement you make being thinking, and sometimes it is being scrutinized and berated in like high offices that are just scum. Like it's so hard mentally for a lot of people.
Yep. We got Rick Boogs is gone.
That surprises me because the dude's jacked, crazy charisma. I think he does stuff on YouTube where he's getting million views.
Yeah.
Like his Instagram's very funny. He has a ton of personality. I haven't really watched much of his work. When I was on the way out, he started, but it seemed like he could, I don't know, get it. He can be something. And I think he was didn't he get an injury and that kind of derailed his progress?
Yeah, he was injured, I believe. WrestleMania, him and Nakamura last year, they went for the tag titles, I believe. And that was really his best spot in WWE when he was playing the guitar for Shinsuke Nakamura when Pat McAfee was there and really put both of them over. And I thought it was really cool. And then they had him cut his hair and come back by himself, and it just didn't work. I mean, it just didn't work.
Like, there's two ways to look at it. Evolving and becoming something different if something doesn't work, or you have the opportunity and you're gone a while to come back as something new. It's great. But then sometimes for a guy like that, why break what's not broken?
Exactly.
Ride as far as you can. And when it's reached that, then we can try something different.
Absolutely. He just looked like a great value version of Freddie Mercury. You know, like when we would see him, like jacked up Freddie Mercury.
Ate Lou Ferrigno, yeah.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, it just, I mean, if Freddie Mercury ate Lou Ferrigno, we get Rick Boogs. So it just didn't connect with me with the haircut. I think I think that they messed up that, by having him cut his hair and just be by himself. It was just to your point, if it ain't broke, don't fix it.
And like, here's the problem with that. Okay, Rick Boogs is, as far as I know, a good human and a good husband and a hard worker. But like, somebody's entire life direction can be switched by one guy having one idea for 1 second. Oh, we should do this. Oh, I don't like that. Whatever. We're like, wow, you just completely stunted a human professional's career's growth.
Bro, that's what I was gonna say. I swear to God, Chris, with all we don't even have to be there and work there to know. With all these cases, bro, this comes really down to way too many people being involved. Because, bro, with so many people involved, there is no focus.
Yep.
And you are ping-ponging these talents all over the place. And again, I don't want to sit here and put me and Ed over, but bro, it was two people. JR said, here is the roster. Help them. And, that is it. These, you can tell, bro, by just the changing of characters and direction so often, bro, like every 3 months. There's way too many people involved, bro. There is no focus. And unfortunately, a lot of these people that were let go were a victim of that, bro.
And we're the talent too, and you think all these people are responsible for you. Like, you're listening to so many different people with so many different ideas, and only one person's opinion matters. it's not the millions of people that watch. It's one crazy old bastard's opinion. But like, you have to listen to everybody. Then you try to appease everybody, and then you appease nobody. Then you cut your hair. Then you get fired. Yeah. And if you, as an office of, like, when numbers are down and people are not unique, if somebody's out there getting millions of views in one forum and channel that is their own doing, how can you think your idea is going to be better for them than what they're naturally doing and attracting a bunch of attention?
Absolutely, man.
Well said. Yeah. His YouTube channel currently has, as far as subscribers are concerned, it's loading here. He has 309,000 subscribers on his Savage Power YouTube channel.
How much?
So 309,000.
Jeez, good for him, man. That's awesome. Well, he's got to start right there, bro.
Yeah, and it's just gym videos. So clearly he has the charisma. Anybody can make a gym video, but someone clearly is making gym videos with the charisma of him that is causing over 300,000 people to be interested. So good for him. So.
If I were, I don't, maybe Vince can, when him and Ed were writing and JR gives them a list, and as he said, JR said help these people. He didn't say make them do things, right? So
no, my job, bro, is to aid you to get you as over as you possibly can get. That is my job.
That's the way it should be. And if I'm a creative and I'm writing for this show and I'm writing for Boogs, my segment's going to say, so-and-so does this, and Rick Boogs does what he does. The end. And you just let it go, because it's probably going to be better than any dumb you'd think of.
Yeah.
We got Elias. Elias is no longer with WWE. She was in NXT for a long time. She was there when you were there, weren't you?
Yeah, she was.
Wasn't she? Yeah. Now, what do you think Triple H saw in Elias that caused her to come up to the main roster? Was it just a matter of you've put your work in NXT and earned your stripes, or what was it something different to you?
Sometimes too, it's like, we don't know what we have here. We have something that's working hard. It's not quite clicking, but it's been here for so long.
Yeah.
But we have to see, will it sink or will it swim? So sometimes that's the kind of spot you get put into. Great eyes. Nice young lady.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, she seems like a sweetheart. Vince Russo, your thoughts on Elias being let go?
Yeah, bro, I don't know that much about her, so I can't.
She beats, she broke a Guinness record or something like that by being the fastest pin. Remember she pinned Natalya on an episode of SmackDown like a year or so ago, and it was like as soon as the bell rang, she like pinned her, because it was something like the gimmick was Natalya. I think she's made a Guinness record of like most woman matches in pro wrestling history or something like that. And so Natalya came out and was like boasting about her Guinness record, and then Elias came out. And they had her beat Elias, and had Elias beat her in like a few seconds. So that was Elias' claim to fame, and she actually had like a shirt made after that too. So they tried. I think she won the tag team titles with Raquel Gonzalez too, if I'm not mistaken. They gave her a little bit of love there and made her win the tag team title. So she had some time. She had some time. She was tag team champion with Raquel Rodriguez. So there you go. Stuff like that. EC3, what do you think? Like stuff like that, isn't that good? Like indie boosters, you know what I mean? To get more money on the indies, you can mark yourself as a former WWE tag team champion.
Yeah, maybe, but also at the same time, like former WWE superstar is a former tag team champion going to add that much carte blanche, perhaps, to the right mark promoter. But
yeah. Catch former WWE Tag Team Champion Elias, or formerly known as Elias on the Flyers for the legal reasons.
Like former 4-time whatever. What is that stupid green title called that I had?
24/7.
It's former 4-time 24/7. Like, don't put that.
Yeah.
I don't care. It's not a real thing.
Yeah. 4-time 24/7 champion. That was
the first person in WWE history to win a title in not Vietnam, where was it? Somewhere weird. And China, I think, too, because we did the thing twice.
Very nice.
And Truth beat me immediately after.
EC3 continuing to make history, ladies and gentlemen.
What a legacy.
Yes, indeed. Former 4-time catch tonight. Former 4-time 24/7 champion, formerly known. Oh, that's his really name. He has the rights. I don't have to put formerly known as. He is EC3.
Nice try. I beat you to it.
Right. Exactly.
Try.
Yeah,
I wonder these things.
I've seen a bunch of promoters, like a bunch of like local promoters, hit me up and stuff like that. I'm into like thumbnails and stuff with and make thumbnails. These local promoter thumbnails are just the crappiest. Like they're horrible, and you have formerly known as all the time. They do their best to try to get the accolades of like the former WWE star in order to bring more people in the seats and stuff like that. And they'll just 5-time 24/7 champion of Sunday night. It's horrible, man. We have Riddick Moss and Emma. You know, they became a couple in the WWE, and they both have been let go. Your thoughts on Riddick Moss and Emma?
Let me first off, Riddick is the fantasy football commissioner of the greatest football league ever that I'm in. So I'm not going to dissuade him or say anything negative because I don't want my draft status affected. And I don't want my waiver wire messed up. But Riddick, like, hell of an athlete, hell of a dude. You know, I haven't been paying attention to what he's been doing when the whatever thing, but like, I think him going away might be one of the better things for him. Because I know him as a person and a personality that with the freedom to try to create himself, if he just doesn't do, hey, I'm former Riddick Moss, if he does something his own, that's him, I think he can skyrocket.
Former Raw Underground superstar, formerly known as Riddick Moss. Vince Russo, Riddick Moss, and Emma.
Yeah, I'm not that familiar with them, bro, because you know I don't watch SmackDown. I know Emma because she came in and out so many times. I mean,
was back.
Yeah.
There was just, you know, I mean, with what I saw of Emma, man, there was just really nothing that stood out. So, I mean, could she have been expendable? You know, absolutely.
When she was Tenille Dashwood, you know, in Impact, she was making some noise there. And then I don't know why they brought her back. I mean, they didn't really do much with her when she was there. I mean, she was with Santino and do the dance and stuff like that. They had her play the nerdy character. But she came back as Emma with like a Tenille Dashwood look. So it was just like the WWE crowd doesn't know her as Tenille Dashwood, like this arrogant diva. They know her as like the nerdy Emma. So like it was just weird from the very beginning. I think her first match she lost to, it was just weird. I don't even know why they brought it. Yeah.
Bro, you know what's so funny when we talk about all these cuts and everything else, bro? Bro, do you know how much money was lost? The money they invested in all of these people at NXT, a lot of them made it to television. Bro, the value of television time, bro, you are talking about millions and millions of dollars, like literally flushed right down the drain with every single one of these people.
That's very true.
Consequence spending is such a curse, and that's AEW. Like, if we can just pay to cover up mistakes or pay to like change our mind on a whim, you know, there's no desire to make anything succeed because it doesn't matter.
Yeah. As of today, 1/3 of Hit Row Top Dollar has been released. No word on BFAB or The other one from Hit Row. Yeah, what's his name? what's his name? Anybody know?
I don't know.
Ashanti the Adonis. That's his name. Yeah, Ashanti the Adonis. Thoughts on Top Dollar?
I met him once recently, just at a funeral, and don't know much about him as a person or a talent. I do know that there has been that little dive incident over the top rope, I guess.
Yeah.
I think what I gathered, like, if I was him, own it and laugh it off instead of trying to make excuses for it.
Yeah.
You're only hurting yourself more. And I think, from what I hear, that really negatively affected his perception in the locker room. You just can't own up to making a mistake. Whatever. Yeah, I made a mistake. I didn't do it. No, like, you might need, you just have to. And then once that ball starts rolling with that little rib, then it becomes kind of serious. Then it becomes real. And then it becomes real heat.
Yeah.
And you don't even know how it started. It's something as trivial as just like making an excuse or owning the fact that I'm a human who made a mistake.
Yeah. Next is Mustafa Ali. I'll give this one to you, Vince.
Hey, listen,
Your boy.
bro, I can't tell you how many times I was throwing so much creative out there, and the guy was laughing at me on the internet, and I kept saying, bro, if you don't come up, or they don't come up with some kind of a character, you're gonna be gone. I mean, that's what I said, bro, and he be gone, bro. Like, what can I say, bro? But here's the thing. Let's be honest about Mustafa Ali, bro. This is a dude that wants to be a great wrestler. That's what he wants his gimmick to be. He's a great wrestler, bro.
Yeah.
Bro, he's going to be the first one hired at AEW. There is absolutely zero doubt in my mind. He is tailor-made for that.
Yeah.
He can just go there and do all the high spots and wrestle, and everybody will love him, and you don't have to worry about a character. He's going to be the first one to get hired.
Yeah.
What did he do in that thing?
What's that?
He called Vince something. What was that?
Oh yeah, it's something. What do you call me again, bro?
He called you a hoe. He called you a digger.
I'm a 62-year-old hoe, bro. A hoe.
He called you a digger, ladies and gentlemen. He called you a digger.
He's a hoe for sure.
Let's talk about Shelton Benjamin. Shelton Benjamin's Lego from the WWE's got released. Now, I'm going to put him and Dolph Ziggler in the same. I'm going to talk about both of them. My thoughts about this, I think out of this long list, it's business. You're hemorrhaging funds. You know what I mean? It's really important to be a business. I mean, if you're not being productive, if you're not drawing, if you're not making this money, we're going to have to let you go. I mean, that goes with any company. But I think out of this long list, I think they made a mistake with Dolph and Shelton because I think that they should have been coaches. I think they should have both transitioned into coaches or agents, specifically coaches for NXT. I would have kept them too for that.
First off, Shelton's probably better than us all still at this age. Like, he's a phenomenal athlete and wrestler. But, like, he would probably make a great agent. And he probably will. Like, I don't think it's a death sentence or anything like that.
Yeah.
Dolph, I think, first off, Cleveland, Ohio, that's where Dolph is from. I happen to be running the Exodus Pro in Cleveland, Ohio. Now, before he goes and makes any crazy decisions, signing long-term deals or anything, I think he deserves to feel what like an intimate environment in his hometown would be, Cleveland, Ohio. So in the next 90 days, I would welcome Nick Nemeth to challenge me for the NWA Heavyweight Championship in Cleveland, Ohio, and have a nice own journey home. I think that would be very lucrative, fun, cool, and fulfilling.
You heard it here.
Bro, I was thinking about that too, and I second that motion. But you know who else I was thinking about, bro? I would love to see challenge you for that NWA title because I think it would be tremendous. Another name on that list, Elias.
Elias, that's who's on top.
I'd pay money to see that, bro.
I specifically mentioned that because I'm very fond of him as a talent performer, human being. Real fast with Dolph, though, like you mentioned him being a coach and an agent. I think Dolph can do the best work of his career now and have like a couple years at like doing something incredible, because knowing who he is and what he does, and like he relegated himself into that role as like, you know, good worker, great bumper, and then he was a world champion and he was a draw, but like with completely he's been in that system for a long time, from OVW all the way up until today, that if he can get out of it a little bit and make himself, or if he wants to, because he's already made, but if he wants to do something, I think he can do the best work of his career outside of it.
Do you think Dolph, because he won't be Dolph Ziggler anymore, do you think that because he's such a WWE guy, do you think him being Nick Nemeth would kind of physically confuse the wrestling fans just because he's been Dolph Ziggler for so long?
I think he has to be creative intertwining the two.
Yeah.
And it's almost coming down to self-producing himself the way he wants to, like Cardona would, or I would to, you know, some extent. So, but yeah, it could be like off to mom and pop. Is that Dolph from Nick? Who's Nick? Wait. But I think to a fan base that's watched him for so long that he can transition something if he wants to by doing it himself.
I you know, bro, I just gotta say this too, bro. Like if I'm in that meeting, you know, who's ever in there, Pritchard and Vince and whoever he's got in that meeting. I mean, I know those two are definitely in that meeting, and they're going through that list. I swear to God, bro, if Dolph Ziggler is on that list and I'm a creative guy and I'm in that meeting, I'm gonna say, you mean to tell me that Dolph Ziggler would not make a better Adam Pearce? Like, seriously, bro? Like, I would have put him in that role. You know, let him be an agent. Let him also be in that role, because, you know, now you could do the angle where if somebody gets out of hand, he puts the tights back on. That would have been cool. Let him take over the authority. I just would have looked into those types of situations before I just cut the guy loose after what, 15 years?
Yeah, but do you think he can get there by going away and be even a bigger deal?
Yeah, he could.
I don't see it. I don't see coming back to WWE as a bigger deal, because he is the epitome of good little hand. I mean, he is the quintessential good little hand. So even if he made a thing in WWE, away from WWE, I think it would be better for him, but I don't see it en route to coming back to WWE. Like, for instance, I don't see Cardona's gimmick. I don't see WWE buying into Cardona's gimmick whatsoever. Like, no way. So if Cardona comes back, he'll be Zack Ryder again, and he'll be another good one.
Chris, how old is Ziggler? Real quick.
43.
Wow. Yeah, that I don't think that. I think that. Yeah, just on age alone, I don't think that's a possibility.
Yeah. Quick thoughts on Elias EC3.
Yeah, not to get off subject. I don't know what happened, because this dude was red hot, and then the brother thing happened, and I wasn't paying too much attention, but he started working out, same trainer, shout out to the Dump Boys, and he's like in great shape, and he's working hard, super creative. Like, I don't know what happened, but I also know that he can make whatever he wants to happen if he wants it to happen.
Vince.
I'd be happily along to either guide or thwart him on that process.
Yeah, no, bro, you know, I've been saying all along, they so totally miss it. And again, a victim of too many people with too many ideas. He's in, he's out, he's in, he's out, he's in, he's out. He deserves so much better. This guy has talent. He's going to land somewhere else. That's not an issue.
Hopefully so. All right, ladies and gentlemen.
A lot of talent available.
What's that?
Like, there's a lot of like good wrestlers that with some freedom can be great. All the things we're talking about and preaching today and all the time, like NWA, we're rising up, and you know, AEW is kind of pigeonholed itself as number 2, but to a smart mark fan base. Impact's kind of there. I don't know. There's like an opportunity for something big to come out of all of this and what's available.
Yeah.
Maybe it's just being different, I guess. I don't know. I'm rambling.
Or possibly Vince Russo can start his own company with the list of released wrestlers. You got a whole roster full of released wrestlers from today that you can work with yourself and Revolution.
I'd have a gold mine. I'd have a gold
Yes,
mine.
indeed.
I'd have a gold mine.
Yeah. Well, ladies and gentlemen, you have Vince Russo, former WCW World Heavyweight Champion, former WWE Head Writer. You have current NWA World Heavyweight Champion, EC3. You have me, Dr. Chris. This is the Wrestling Outlaws. Have a good night, everybody. Solo.